I thought I was saying goodbye to my mother. Instead, she destroyed everything I thought I knew about my life. A few years ago, my mother was lying in a hospital bed. She was 79 years old, and the doctors had already told us there wasn't much time left. My sister, my wife, my kids, my grandkids, the whole family had gathered to say our final goodbyes. We thought it would be a quiet, heartbreaking night. We were wrong. Late that evening, my mother asked everyone to come closer. Her voice was weak, but her eyes were different, almost like she had been carrying something heavy for a very long time. She looked directly at me and said, "Robert, there's something I need to tell you before I go." I smiled and squeezed her hand. I told her she could tell me anything. Then she said 7 words that made the entire room freeze. "Your father wasn't your biological father." I couldn't breathe. At first, I honestly thought I had heard her wrong. My father had passed away years earlier. He was my hero. The man who taught me how to ride a bike. The man who worked overtime to put food on our table. The man I had spent my entire life trying to make proud. "What are you talking about?" I asked. Then my mother told us everything. Decades before she met my father, she had fallen in love with another man, a man she never stopped caring about. But their relationship was torn apart by the world they lived in. Years later, she married the man I called Dad. And then she revealed the part that broke me. He knew. He had known from the very beginning. The room went silent. My sister started crying. My wife grabbed my hand. I couldn't even look at anyone. For over 50 years, I believed one version of my life, and in a matter of minutes, everything had changed. I walked out of the room. I spent nearly an hour sitting alone in the hallway, trying to understand who I was. When I finally came back, my mother was waiting for me. I sat beside her bed and asked the only question that mattered. Did he love me? My mother's eyes filled with tears. Then she smiled. More than anything in this world. That's when I realized something. The man who raised me had a choice. He could have walked away. He could have treated me differently. He could have spent his life seeing me as someone else's child. But he didn't. He chose to be my father every single day. The next morning, my mother passed away peacefully. Today, I keep 2 photos in my home. One of the man who gave me life, and one of the man who taught me how to live it. Because blood may make someone your parent, but love is what makes someone your dad. So tell me honestly, if you discovered your entire identity was built on a secret, would you want to know the truth?